Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello all, welcome to PHN Technology Private Limited. Today we are going to learn about loops. Now these loops are a very important factor in C programming, and not only in C programming but in every programming languages. Why so? Because this C programming helps us to do a iteration work. What do you understand by iteration? Iteration means repetition work. Now let's say for example, I want to print hello world 10 times. Okay. Now what we have learned that if you want to print hello world, directly write printf, then in double quotes hello world semicolon, run it. Right. Now I have to print it how many times? 10 times. So I have to write that printf statement 10 times. Right. So this is how it will give me 10 times hello world. Now this 10 times I was able to do it. But now let's assume that you want to write this 1000 times. Then what will you do? Are you going to sit all the day and write 1000 times this printf? Definitely no. It is going to make your work tedious. Okay. So to avoid this confusion and to avoid this tedious work, loops were constructed. And this is what we called as iteration. If you want to print a statement, or if you want to print a statement 100 times or 1000 times, directly put it in the loop, and that is the condition in the loop, and print it. That will save your time also, and that is an efficient form of doing the work. Right. So now these loops are of many different kinds. Let's say one by one. First of all, let's see while loop. Right. Now what is while loop? Now we have studied if condition, right? Now this while loop also works similarly, but what was happening in our if else statement, there it was working only once, that whether if it is true then if statement is false then else part. Right? It was giving only one time, it was only one time program. But in while statement what happens is, you only have to specify a condition over there and it will work on. Okay. Now in the while loop you don't know how many iteration is going to it will going to give you. Yeah. This is the specification of a while loop. Now let's see for an example. Here is my bucket. Right. Now I want to fill this bucket by a mug. Okay. Now see, I have taken one mug and filled it. See, one level of water is filled. Okay. Now again the second, I have again took a mug and filled it. See, the second level is also filled. Now similarly the third, fourth, till the bucket is full like this. It is full to the rim. Right. Now while filling the mug, I wasn't knowing that how many times I have to fill the mug, then I have to fill the bucket and so on. Right. It happens, right? If you want to fill a bucket, you don't know how many times you have to fill up the mug to fill the complete bucket up to its rim, right? So that's how the while loop works. When you are working with while loop, you don't know how many iteration it will give you. You just have to specify a condition which you want to get satisfied, then and then only the statement will get executed. Now how this while loop work is, we have worked with if statement, right? There we also have to use a condition. If the condition was satisfying, then it was going inside the loop and it was printing the statement. Right. Similarly, in while loop also you have to specify a condition. Then and then only it will go inside the body of the loop and it will execute the statement. Again it will go to the condition. It will continue this cycle till the loop till the condition gets false value. Okay, now let's see an example over here. See, this is my basic C structure, right? Now let's take int num is equal to 1. Okay, then while condition, here num is less than 10 or equal to 10. Then print a statement of printf the value is %d and /n. Here I will pass num, right? Save it. Now see here, when you are writing a while, till here I am getting. Okay, let's study the program first. Initially I have declared a num, that is my 1. Okay, now I have given a condition that num is less than or equal to 10. That means how many times the loop will work? That is till it is less than or equal to 10. That means 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10, because 10 why we are taking 10? Because there is a equal to sign, therefore it will print 10 also. If there wasn't an equal to sign, then it will print only till 9. From where? From 1, because I have initialized that num is equal to 1. Till now it is very clear what I have done in the code. Now in the loop you are getting a statement. Now this, how many times it will print? Till I am getting 10. That means it will print 10 times. 10 times I will get the value is, firstly it will go to the loop, that is number 1, right? Then again it will go to the while condition. Now the number is 2, which is less than 10, definitely. So again it will print the value is 2. And similarly till 10. Now I have done everything right? But how will it go again and again to the condition? I have given a condition and below that I have given a statement. But how this loop, I am telling you that once the printf is printed, again it will go to the condition, again it will check the condition and then it will print the print statement if the condition is true. How after printing the print statement it will go to the condition? Because I haven't specified there anything. I have only specified a printf statement, right? So for that I have to add an increment over there, right? So here I will add num plus plus. This is my increment we have studied, right? So now what will happen? Firstly, num is equal to 1, which is less than 10. It will go inside the loop. It will print the printf statement. Then it will go to num plus plus. My num is initially 1. After increment, it will become 2. Again, now it will go to the while statement. Now 2, again so on. The cycle will continue till the condition is become false. Okay. Now let's run this code, save it and let's run. See, the value is 1, value is 2 till the value is 10. And this is how your while loop works. Okay, this was your while loop. Now let's take again a example over here. Now let's consider you want to print all the let's say numbers from 2 to 5, but which kind of numbers? 2 to 50. But which kind of numbers? Even numbers. Okay, sounds complicated, but we will see detailedly in the coding. Okay, now int num, let's say initially I have 2, right? Now here I will write a while statement. Okay, while num is less than or equal to 50. Why 50? Because I have told you that I want to print all the even numbers between 2 to 50. Right? So, now I will write the condition over here. Right? So, if num mod 2 is equal to 0, then let's take printf the number that is even. Okay, then new line here num semicolon, and then after if loop I have to write increment. Why I have taken it? Let's study the code first. See, initially I have initialized that num is equal to 2, that is my lower limit, and in while loop I have taken num is less than or equal to 50. 50 is my upper limit. Okay. Now in that I have given if num mod 2. We all know that if there are even numbers, every even number is divisible by 2. Right. So therefore I have taken here if num mod 2, if it gives me remainder as 0, that is not everything is divisible, right? Remainder 0 means everything is divisible. Then it is even number. Okay, this is the simple logic behind even numbers. So if this condition is satisfied, then the number is even, print that statement, and after terminating the loop, we have increment. Okay, the moment I increment it, it will again go to the while loop, and it will again do the same cycle till the number becomes equal to 50. Okay, less than or equal to 50. Now let's run this code. See, I got each and every even numbers from 2 to 50. See, right? So this was all about your while loop. Now everybody know what is while loop. Now let's talk about the second kind of loop, that is my do while loop. Okay, so this do while, what is this do while? It sounds similar to while loop, but the only difference here is in while loop you weren't knowing how many iteration was there. We have taken the even number example, right? Were you knowing that between 2 or 15 exactly how many even numbers are there? Right? You weren't knowing. The moment the output has come, then you know that yeah, these many were the even numbers between 2 to 50. But you weren't knowing the exact number beforehand. Okay. Now here in do while loop what happens is it works similarly, but the difference is in while loop what was happening is if the condition wasn't satisfied, then it wasn't printing anything, right? If the condition is not true, then how will it go inside the loop, right? So there it wasn't executing anything, but in the other hand in do while loop what happens is by hook or crook, it will execute one time. Why? Because here initially we write do, then after that we write the while condition. In do, we don't write any condition, we write a statement over there. And in while we write a condition similarly which we have done in the while statement. So here what was happened, firstly it is going to do loop. Right. So whatever it is written in the do loop, it will execute it first and then it will check the condition, and hence it is said that in do while loop by hook or crook you are going to get an answer, you are going to get an output, whether the condition is true or whether the condition is false, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's see how the do while loop works. But before that, let's see an example of that. Let's see an example of do while loop. Now, consider in your area there is a hotel. Okay, that hotel is newly built. Now, your area, it is very near to your house, so you want that hotel food to be very good, so that you can make that hotel a day. You can go to that hotel on daily basis. You can try the food. If you are hungry, you can go there. Right. So before going to that hotel, before you decide to go to that hotel frequently, what you have to do? Firstly, you have to go to that hotel and you have to check the taste. Right. If the taste condition is good, then and then only you are going to visit that hotel. Right. So firstly, you have to go to that hotel and check the taste and check it whether the taste is satisfying your taste buds, is satisfying your conditions or not. For example, if you wanted the food as some more sour, or you wanted some more spicy or something, then you have to check it by your conditions, right? You have to satisfy it by going there once, right? Then and then only, if it satisfies the condition, if it satisfies your condition, your taste buds, then you can go there frequently, right? So this same thing happens with my do while loop. Once you have to execute it, and after that if the condition is satisfied, then it goes on loop wise, which we have studied in while statement. Similarly, it goes in do while loop. So this was the major difference between while loop and do while loop. Okay, now let's see an example over here. So this is my blank basic C. Okay, now let's check int num. Okay, num, then initialize int I is equal to 1. Num, because I am going to take input from the user, and I, why? Because we are printing a table of any number which we have given, right? The user, let's say 5, I want to print the table of 5, right? So therefore I have initialized 1, that is 5 into 5 is equal to 5 into 1 is equal to 1, right? So it will start from 1, therefore I have initialized I is equal to 1. Now printf, I am taking the input from user, so enter the number here, pass number over here, then scanf %d, here ampersand num. Okay, then here I will do see here statement. Now let's see here, the moment I press enter in the IDE, it gave me a code like this, that is do. Inside the do loop I have to write a code, that is I have to write a statement over there, and in while loop I haven't got a parenthesis, I have only got a condition over there. Why? Because if you want to run this do while loop, then the only condition will be given to while loop, whereas the statement which you want to print, it will given to the do loop. Okay, and plus the increment which we give in while loop, that also we have to give in the do loop, because after checking the condition it will print the statement, and it will go to the do loop and it will print the statement, and the moment it print the statement, it will go to the increment, it will increment the value, and then it will move to the condition. At that time the condition will have the incremented value, right? So therefore we are going to write the increment also in the do loop, not in the while loop. And one more thing, here the while statement has semicolon here, you can see over here, right? Why? Because there isn't any statement inside that while loop, that is my full stop. Right, after that we have a written statement over there. So therefore I have to write a full stop over there, that is I have to write a semicolon over there. Right? So this is my syntax of do loop. then let's printf the value is, then %d, here new line, here num into I, because I am going to increment I, right? And here I am going to write condition. Let's say I want to print the table till 10, 1 to 10. So I is less than equal to 10. Save this code. Now see properly. In printf statement I have given num into I. Num is what? My table. That will be the constant for the complete table, because it's its own table, right? So it will be constant, and then I have written I. I is what? My 1 to 10. 5 ones are, 5 twos are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this will come from I. That's why I have incremented I value. Okay, so let's run this code. Just refresh the code first. See, let's say 4. See, 4 from 1 to 10, that is 1, 4 to 40. I have printed the table over here, right? So this was your do while loop. Today in this session we have learned about while loop as well as do loop. Okay. In the next session we are going to learn a bit of complicated loop, that is a for loop, which is occurred mainly and which is used mainly in any programming language. Okay. So this was all for this session. Thank you and goodbye.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.